You are getting ink on your face.
I am. So this is about putting my identity on the page, right?
It's gonna put... Oh, no. The second he said that, I'm like... All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. This is Brandon here coming to you with another reaction video to Avatar: The Last Airbender. And while I have not seen this show quite so much, I know someone who has, and that is, as of the filming of this video, Principal's Office level channel member Kaimani Burrell, longtime fan of the channel, and I'm happy to go ahead and take a look at this show based on his recommendation. This one is called Sokka's Master, and once again, I kind of have to apologize. I don't know many of these characters. I see in this random still frame here, this looks like some sort of master. I don't know the characters, but I'll do the best I can here today on this episode. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, take a minute and subscribe using the button below, and let's go ahead and get straight into this episode, shall we?
Blending in is better than hiding out. If we get Fire Nation disguises, we'll be just as safe as we would be hiding in a cave.
Oh, really?
You have no right to judge me.
I remember that one. That is one of the few that I do remember. That was the headband. If you've seen my reaction to that, I really enjoyed that one where they go to school in the Fire Nation. I had no idea that would be on the little review of the previous episodes. Sokka's Master.
Wow, this is amazing to watch.
Kinda makes you realize how insignificant we are.
You've seen nothing once, you've seen it 1,000 times.
Man, you've never not seen anything like this.
Is that a meteor? Wow. And I do enjoy stargazing. I have also known people that, well, they don't so much, like the character that says, if you've seen nothing once, you've seen it 1,000 times, which I wouldn't describe it that way, and they have a meteor crash nearby. Now, I have never experienced that. I have seen a couple of times meteorites come through the sky. It does look sort of like that, like fireworks or something. That's what I thought it was at the time, but I'm like, no, that was a meteorite. I've never had one crash land like that large that made it through the atmosphere, though. That's kind of crazy.
There's a creek over here. I'll bend the water onto the fire.
Ha! Let's make a trench to keep the fire
Bending
from
the
coming any
water.
closer. Keep an eye on Momo.
So they're all over there like bending water and bending air and bending earth, which I know that's where the series name comes from. And in the most recent episode that I watched, he was learning, not this guy, but the other character was learning to bend the earth, which was kind of successful, at least by the end. And this guy apparently can't do anything here.
What, I'm just a lemur sitter? There.
Lemur sitter.
Feel better?
Wow. Pretty impressive. Bending the water. Okay, wow. Yeah, and I like this. I'm enjoying this okay. It's just hard for me to relate to some of the characters in this and the whole like bending air and earth and water and all that stuff. But I'll do the best I can here.
These people have no idea how close they were to getting toasted last night.
Yeah, the worst thing about being in disguise is we don't get the hero worship anymore.
So I wasn't sure how close this was to the first one I reacted to, the headband. I'm guessing it's like right after because they're still in disguise in the Fire Nation here. Let's keep going.
Boo-hoo, poor heroes.
What's your problem? You haven't even touched your smoked sea slug.
It's just all you
Smoked sea slug. That sounds pretty disgusting.
guys can do this awesome bending stuff, like putting out forest fires and flying around and making other stuff fly around. I can't fly around, okay?
That's not true. No one can read a map like you.
I can't read at all.
Yeah, and who keeps us laughing with sarcastic comments all the time? I mean, look at Katara's hair, right? What's up with that?
What? What's wrong with my hair?
What? Not a good move here, talking about her hair. And, you know, in all seriousness, it is very important to have a sense of purpose. I've known many people, both inside and outside of education, that have struggled with that. If you don't have a sense of purpose, great or small, it doesn't have to be something like mind-blowing, but if you don't have a sense of purpose, that can have a negative effect on people kind of psychologically, like it obviously has with this person.
But the fact is, each of you is so amazing and so special, and I'm not. I'm just the guy in the group who's regular.
Regular.
I'm sorry you're feeling so down, but I hope you know none of us see you that way.
And you know, I don't know this character very much. I don't even remember her name, but I do remember in the episode Bitter Work that I reacted to, she was the one that kept encouraging the main character and trying to tell the earth-bending teacher about how best to get through to him. She usually has some sort of encouraging words.
I know something that's gonna make you feel better.
You do? Shopping!
What? Oh man, retail therapy. Ugh, I had a colleague who used to always talk about that. If you have sort of a rough day, you can do what she called retail therapy, which is where you go to a retail store and buy something that you like. This particular person seemed to always have like a new handbag or something, and that's kind of what she did. So retail therapy, I'm not saying it's the best thing to do, but I have seen it work for some people.
A little something to reinvigorate my battling.
Reinvigorate.
Hey, how about these?
Oh. I was going to say, he seemed pretty good at that, at least until he whacked himself on the head.
What do you think? Pretty slick, huh? All I need to complete the outfit is a windsword.
What's a windsword?
Is where I get a sword handle, and then I just swing this around and bend air out like a blade.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll just stick to what I got.
Okay. All right, so I may not watch every minute of this, but he's looking for something that he can do well. He's looking for a sense of purpose, and he says shopping, I guess, lifts his spirits. Again, with the whole retail therapy, let's keep going.
That's what Sokka's talking about.
You have a good eye. That's an original from Dao, the greatest sword master and sword maker in Fire Nation history. He lives in the big castle up the road from here.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, is he going to get in trouble for touching that? Doesn't look like the type of item that you can just pick up and use the way he was those other weapons.
That's it! That's what you needed all along, Sokka!
A sword?
Not the sword, a master.
Ah,
We've
here
all
we
had
go.
masters to help us get better. You should see if you can study with Dao.
That's a great idea. I could have never gotten to where I am without Master Paku. Everyone needs a teacher.
Everyone needs a teacher. Okay, so I was wondering where the connection was to education, and here it is. And I do remember the title of the episode, Sokka's Master. So I'm guessing this whole master-pupil relationship is going to be the theme of this episode. They hear that?
Can I help you?
I've come to train with the master.
You should know the master turns almost everyone away. What did you bring him to prove your worth?
Well,
Nothing.
Right. Let's get this over with.
Oh, okay. I didn't think he was going to even let him inside. And that is kind of weird. You can just show up and knock and say, oh, I'm here to train. I didn't know it really worked like that, but okay. Okay.
Master, my name is Sokka, and I wish to be instructed in the way of the sword.
That's an unusual name.
Sokka, not Sokka.
Really? Where I come from, the Fire Nation colonies, it's a pretty normal name for Fire Nation colonials.
Oh, yeah, that's right. When they came to the school, they said, oh, you must be from the colonies, and they treated them like way differently than the other Fire Nation citizens or students, and it's Sokka. I think that's the way he said it, not Zoka or whatever I said.
Let me guess. You've come hundreds of miles from your little village where you're the best swordsman in town, and you think you deserve to learn from the master.
Actually, I've been all over the world.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
And I know one thing for sure. I have a lot to learn.
That's
You're not doing a very good job of selling yourself.
Your butler told me that when I met you, I would have to prove my worth. But the truth is, I don't know if I am worthy.
I see.
That's what he wants.
Well then, let's find out together how worthy you are. I will train you.
Okay. So I'm wondering what his rationale was. Does he not want anybody with like any bad habits or an ego or think they're already superior in some way? I'm wondering what he's going to say here. Here we go.
First thing you must learn is that your weapon is an extension of yourself. You must think of it as another part of your own body.
And I've heard that in so many movies and shows. I can't even think of where I'm remembering this from because I want to say that I remember this line or lines very much like this in other shows and series about the weapon or whatever being an extension of your arm or your body or whatever. I've heard this many times before.
Like a second head.
Well, more like an extra long, really sharp arm.
Okay.
The sword is a simple tool. And just as the imagination is limitless, so too are the possibilities of the sword.
Okay.
What should we do today? I'm tapped out. I already picked my toes. Twice.
That's so gross. This kind of reminds me of like Phineas and Ferb, and they're always sitting around asking each other what they're going to do. And if you saw the look on, is it Sokka's face? I think that's his name. He looked so grateful to this master. Really, I think just because he's taking him seriously and he's really genuinely taking an interest in teaching him, which is really important too. Because before, his friends here, even though they're his friends, they're like, just, watch the animal or whatever. You don't really have to do anything important. Even though they're nice to him, they're not really treating him with respect or taking him seriously, which is very important.
The warrior practices a variety of arts to keep his mind sharp and fluid. The first you will learn is calligraphy. Write your name.
And this is reminding me of like the samurai culture. Not that I'm an expert in that at all, but just from what little I know, like there was a real emphasis on these types of arts with the calligraphy. I'm sure it's not called calligraphy, but a traditional writing style. And that in some cultures was just as important as all of these warrior practices and different fighting styles and stuff in fighting arts. Again, not an expert at all, but definitely gives off those kinds of vibes, doesn't it?
When you write your name, you stamp the paper with your identity.
Okay.
You must learn to use your sword to stamp your identity on a battlefield.
I thought he was going to say something about like precision and being really precise and careful, but he just said, no, you stamp your identity on it.
Remember, you cannot take back a stroke of the brush or a stroke of the sword.
Yeah, that would make me extremely nervous. Like when I write, I don't have the best handwriting and I'm constantly scratching things out and rewriting it. This would make me really nervous. Like I see this kid's face, Sokka, and he does look nervous because he's like, you can't take it back once you do it. That would make me very scared to write anything on this perfectly white paper.
You are getting ink on your face.
I am. So this is about putting my identity on the page, right?
Oh, no. The second he said that, I'm like, don't tell me you're going to smash your face on the paper, but I guess that's what he's going to do. He's going to take him literally. There it is. Not what he had in mind. Oh, dude.
Landscape painting teaches a warrior to hold the lay of the land in his mind. In battle, you only have an instant to take everything in.
Wow.
Now paint it. And no peeking.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard this guy teach so much, but I do like that he really is giving him some higher level tasks. In other words, it's not just memorizing things. And that's one of the critiques that traditional education gets many times, which it is important to learn facts and basic knowledge, but it's also important to learn higher order reasoning skills and critical thinking and what we in education might call a higher depth of knowledge, if you know what that is, which is basically just the how or why or more complex type thinking. I won't go all into it because you can very easily attend full conferences on this stuff, but let's see what he has him do next. Okay.
I'm finished.
You added a rainbow.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it sort of looks like, you know, what he saw, but not exactly. Oh.
Concentrate on what you're doing. Rock gardening teaches the warrior to manipulate his surroundings.
Rock gardening. Okay, so this is so crazy to me. They are like sword fighting and doing all this heavy combat, and then they're painting a waterfall and doing rock gardening and doing calligraphy. It's a kind of a strange mix of ideas, don't you think?
Oh!
What's he gonna do? That's probably not what he meant as far as manipulate them to his advantage, but I guess in a technical sense he did, but this is not what that master meant.
Hey, would you mind grabbing a cold drink for me?
I'll take a slice of lemon in mine, please.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay, he won that time. Like I said, definitely reminds me of the movie The Last Samurai, if you've ever seen that, and just general things that I've seen about samurai culture, which may or may not even be correct, but definitely gives off the same vibes here.
You've had a good first day of training.
The first day? He did all that in one day. And the most striking thing about that timeline is he instantly goes from not being able to fight at all to like defeating that much bigger guy with a wooden sword one day. Okay, I guess that's all it takes.
But I thought I messed up every single thing we worked on.
You mess things up in a very special way. You are ready for a real sword.
Are you giving me one of yours?
No, your sword must be an extension of yourself. So tomorrow, you will make your own sword.
Ah.
Choosing the correct material is the most important step in crafting a sword. Choose carefully.
He didn't tell him... Ugh, he's going to bite it. He didn't tell him anything about, like, how to do that, or he just said how important it was and choose carefully, but he didn't say, like, this is what you need to look for. He didn't really give him any parameters, did he?
Master, would it be possible for me to leave and bring back a special material for my sword?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Sokka! You're back!
He's back.
We missed you so much.
Say something funny.
Funny how? What's their deal?
I don't know. They missed you or something. I didn't care.
Anyway, I need some help.
Okay. So I'm guessing they're going to get a piece of the meteor that came down and crashed and somehow make that into a sword. That seems kind of crazy. I don't know if you could do that in real life, but okay. All right, here we go.
Oh, these are my friends. Just other good Fire Nation folks.
Not
Do
really.
you think we can make a sword out of a meteorite?
We'll make a sword unlike any other in the world.
Okay. It's got to break a piece off. And I'm no meteorite expert, but I do know that those can be made out of various materials, including metals. I mean, it's not inconceivable. I think it would be pretty difficult to make a sword out of a piece of a meteorite, but I guess theoretically you could. Okay.
Sokka, when you
Sokka.
first arrived, you were so unsure.
Yeah, like a day ago. When you first arrived, like a day ago. When he says it like that, it makes it seem like it's been a long, long time. Like when you first arrived a year ago. No, it's one day. It's one day.
I saw a heart as strong as a lion turtle and twice as big. And as we trained, it wasn't your skills that impressed me. No, it certainly wasn't your skills.
Said it
You
twice.
showed something beyond that. Creativity, versatility, intelligence.
Okay.
These are the traits that define a great swordsman. And these are the traits that define you. You told me you didn't know if you were worthy, but I believe that you are more worthy than any man I have ever trained.
Really?
You're wrong. I'm not who you think I am. I'm not from the Fire Nation. I'm from the Southern Water Tribe.
Oh, okay. And I don't know enough about Avatar: The Last Airbender to know what's going to happen here. But I do remember in the episode The Headband that they went to great lengths to try and conceal their identities. And I almost got the sense that they were going to be like arrested or imprisoned or something like that if they were discovered. So I don't know what's going to happen here after this admission here.
I lied so that I could learn swordsmanship from you.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too.
I thought he was going to say, I'm sorry, too. I'm going to have to call the authorities, or I'm going to have to ask you to leave. But no, he just swings his sword at his face. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen here.
No. This is my fight.
Really? Okay, so he's been training for one day, and he's going to face off against this master who lives in a castle. Doesn't seem too realistic to me, does it to you? And these are coming really close. Like, so he went from, oh, I think you're more worthy than any man I've ever met. That is what he said, word for word. Now to he's trying to kill him with a real sword. This is really crazy here.
Excellent. Using your superior agility against an older opponent. Smart.
Okay. Is he still training him? Okay, wow.
Good use of terrain, fighting from the high ground.
Okay. Chop the bamboo. Oh, okay.
Yes! Use your surroundings.
Where's this
Make
going?
them fight for you!
And I'm like, where's this going? Is he still training him? Is he trying to kill him? Is he just, like, playing with him? I'm not sure what's going on here.
Very resourceful.
What's he gonna do? Uh-oh.
Excellent work, Sokka.
Okay, so maybe he's still training him. I'm still a little confused, but let's see what the conclusion's going to be.
I think
Okay.
I'm a little old to be fighting the Avatar.
How did you know?
Oh, I've been around a while. You pick things up. Of course, I knew from the beginning
He's
that
got a
Sokka was
drink.
Water Tribe. You might want to think of a better Fire Nation cover name. There's a million Lees.
But why would you agree to train someone from the Water Tribe?
Knowledge of the arts belongs to us all.
Okay.
You must continue your training on your own. I know that one day you will become an even greater master than I am.
Okay.
Wait! The master wanted you to have this as something to remember him by.
What is it?
It's a pie show tile.
The White Lotus.
What does it mean?
I have no idea. Ooh, that reminds me. Toph, I thought you might like this, since you've probably never had a chance to bend Space Earth before.
Space Earth.
Check this out.
That's pretty impressive, seeing as how meteorites are typically extremely hard and dense. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? All right, well, that's the episode. Obviously, I tried to stick to the parts where he was being taught by this master, and it's funny, in the end, he knew he was from the Water Nation the whole time. I did kind of like his style, sort of. He was sort of over the top with a lot of the things that he said. He said, like, "You're more worthy than any man I've ever met." And then he was trying to hurt him, it seemed like, but then he was still training him. And just like in the still frame here, it's like drawing and calligraphy and rock gardening were just as important as the sword fighting. Very interesting. I appreciate the recommendation once again from Principal's Office level member Kaimani Burrell. Really appreciate it. All your suggestions and all the other ones that have come in from across YouTube. But I'm going to end the video right here. Thank you again for watching, and thanks for watching until the end. You're still here, so you must have enjoyed it, I guess. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not currently subscribed, and I will see you on my next video here on School Principal Reacts. Thanks for watching.